Welcome to our webinar. Today we're going to be talking about opportunities to come and study in the UK. My name's Sarah and I'm our representative from Forward Learning Solutions. We also have Dillon here and Vinod from Forward Learning Solutions. We have Dusty from VFS Global and Raj from the University of Law. I'm Outreach Coordinator here for Forward Learning Solutions. And we have Dillon, who's our operational manager, and Vinod, who's our CEO. I'm going to first introduce Vinod, who is here today. Vinod, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, I can introduce myself. Thank you. Right, hello. So my name is Vinod. I'm the co-founder here at FLS. I've worked in the education sector for over 33 years, holding various posts over this time. As you can imagine, I've had tens of thousands of interactions with students at all stages in their journey, be that at application stage, arriving into the UK, and the adjustments to living independently. Right through to graduation, seeing students walk across the stage at their graduation ceremony to receive their certificate. The glow on their faces, friends, parents watching, what a milestone they've achieved. Absolutely amazing. I want to ensure that every student is looked after. The student experience and the care is my #1 priority. That's why at FLS, our aim is to offer a complete end-to-end service, or what I call a white glove concierge service like no other. Our university partners, VFS Global, Student Circus, are amongst a few who all play an important part in the student journey. I don't want to say too much because there's a lot that our presenters are going to give you a lot of information. So my colleagues always tell me I talk too much. So before I go, I just want to say thank you to everyone. Stay safe. Sarah, over to you.
Thank you, Vinod. That's very insightful. I'll let Dillon talk some more about what we do. Dillon?
Hi, thank you, Sarah. So give me 1 minute and I'll just share my screen and I'll show you some slides. So my name's Dillon. I am the operations manager here at FLS. I will share a PowerPoint with you and I'm going to speak to you a little bit about who we are, what we do, and how we can help you as a student. So give me a moment. So not only am I the operations manager at Forward Learning Solutions, I'm also a student at UCL currently. So today, what I'm going to talk to you about is what we do, how we do it, why we do it, and our support networks. And finally, I'll touch on the student experience of studying in the UK. So what we do is we aim to give the students a complete service from the moment they start thinking about studying in the UK to the moment they get their graduation certificate and they move on to further education or even onto a postgraduate job. We want to make sure that every student is in the correct learning environment. And what I've done is I've kind of broken it into 5 points. Now, the first thing is our experienced consultants will have a conversation with every student about which courses would suit them best in the UK. And with such a massive range to choose from, it's really useful to have someone who has the knowledge of the field to give you the advice that you need. The second point we move on to is the more technical aspects, making sure that all the forms are filled out correctly, that the applications are made on time, and that you have less to worry about, essentially. Then we need to talk about the learning environment a little bit more, because as you move into the UK, the most important thing is that you don't get bogged down in kind of moving in and settling down. The most important thing for you is to kind of get on with what you're here to do, which is to learn and have a good experience. Now, the other things here are number 4, in terms of ongoing support. As Vinod briefly mentioned, there are some healthcare aspects to our support. We help with the accommodation, with work placements and more. And when you finish, we can help with getting postgraduate employment at companies such as KPMG, Airbus, Rolls-Royce, Ernst & Young, McKinsey & Company, and many, many more. Now, how we do it is quite important, because achieving this kind of concierge service means we have to tailor it. We have to personalize it for every single student. And this is down to the knowledge and experience of our staff, as I've just spoken about. The knowledge of different education systems around the world, from experience in coordinating applications in the Caribbean, in Sub-Saharan Africa, in Southeast Asia, and the Middle East, means that you're always going to be in safe hands with FLS. So there you go. There's the international operation, the experienced staff, and a service that is suited to you. Now, our aims here are to cultivate the idea of a transnational education, creating this ideal situation for every student with exposure to different parts of the world, different cultures, and embracing the shift we're seeing worldwide to a more cosmopolitan life. Now, all of these things are going to help students with their future, with their careers and jobs on a global stage, where increasingly the workplace has moved to an international rather than a domestic scene. You can also, with this kind of model, take back international experience to our home country and help the development of more domestic areas and sectors. So overall, we want to simplify the student journey. We want to encourage students to study abroad and provide our students with the best opportunities. Now, to give you an idea of the support network you're entering into when you come to FLS, we've got Student Circus providing this job placement and the support in finding postgraduate work. We've got Deasing, who will help you open a bank account when you come to the UK. Actually, even better, they open the bank account for you while you're still in your home country. And one of the main things that international students find issue with coming to the UK is this kind of settling in process, this bureaucratic kind of, we need to get this document, and this document in order for you to have a student bank account. All of that is kind of out the window. When we bring in this kind of service, you can have the bank account while you're still in your home country. Healthcare from VDoc is very much the same sort of thing, where you don't have to bother with kind of, if you're ill, waiting weeks for a appointment and then waiting another week or so for prescription. With VDoc, you can call a consultant, a doctor online on your phone and have a prescription sent to you within 48 to 72 hours. So these are the kinds of things that we're offering you in our support network. But what I want to really focus on is our academics and also our student ambassadors. So our academics are professors, lecturers, associate professors from all over the UK. They currently work as university academics. And what they do is they help with a number of things, as you can see on screen right now. There are mock interviews so that you're prepared, because as an international student, the probability is you might have some sort of interview when you come into the UK. There are also small group workshops. So for example, if there's a number of you who want to study business, then we'll have a lecturer provide you with reading lists, provide you with kind of more personalized support. And then there are also insight events that we offer, so specifically tailored for younger students. If they want to go into humanities, or if they want to go into sciences or in business, this is a great idea for them to kind of attend these lectures. And the last thing is kind of these one-to-one sessions so that they can get a firmer grip on what they want to study when they come into the UK. So all of these things help with the decision-making process, and apologies. And they are things that only FLS are offering. So on to the next slide now. We have student ambassadors. So one thing that FLS does that, again, not many other student kind of consultant services do, is we provide every single student who comes through with us a student ambassador. So when you come into the UK, we've got that kind of pastoral care sorted out. So you'll have an older student, often from the same university as you, to help you with finding where to shop, or finding the bank, or finding kind of where the faculty office is. And this is also pastoral care. Are you doing okay? How are you doing? Are you homesick? And stuff like that, just to help you feel comfortable, feel safe. And when you come into the UK, especially as an international student, day-to-day life can literally be a bit of a juggling, kind of precarious situation. So they'd be there to help you and give you a social boost as well. So kind of introduce you to different societies, different ideas of kind of social life that you might not have been exposed to before. And just to zoom in on that even more, the student experience here. The UK is renowned for its student experience in terms of societies, sports and leisure, a learning environment, and diverse opportunity. Now, in terms of societies, right, just take, for example, UCL. If you are interested in coffee, you can join a society that is purely about coffee, about the different grains, where you can find them and how to drink them. And then on the other side of that spectrum, if you're interested in business or investment banking, there's societies that literally take money from UCL and invest it for them. In the same vein, you have societies that are more into sports or leisure, rugby, taekwondo, football, cricket, whatever it is that you want to do, you can do, and there's a community to support you in doing it. All of this kind of creates a safe learning environment. And this is one thing that we'll keep coming back to, is making sure that every single student is secure in what they are doing and that they don't have to focus about other things. They can purely focus on studying. And the last thing here maybe is this idea of a diverse opportunity, an equal opportunity, no matter where you come from, what you look like, what your gender is. When you come into the UK, a lot of those barriers become blurred or vanish entirely. And what happens is everyone is given opportunities, everyone is viewed as equal. And in an ideal situation, this is what you'd see in other places in the world. But the UK is definitely at the forefront of this at the moment. So I'll end it there. And I'll leave my contact information up there for you to take a look at. And I'll take it back to you, Sarah.
Thank you, Dillon. So before I continue, I do want to point out that there is a Q&A box at the bottom. So if you have any questions for any of our speakers today, you are welcome to ask a question at the bottom. Dillon, can I just ask you to sum up in your experience? I know you're a student at UCL. What would you say that the student experience is like in the UK? Sum it up.
Well, yeah, I would definitely say it's unlike any other. The student experience in the UCL is, I mean, in the UK in general, is something, you know, that is completely unparalleled. Because if you look at world rankings, for example, in terms of universities, the UK consistently ranks in the top. If you look at, for example, student satisfaction, again, UK universities rank consistently at the top. And there are reasons for those things. It's that people care about students in the UK. Universities put effort into looking after the students. And there are services like us that help those student journeys become as simple and as easy as possible.
Thank you. So next, I'm going to introduce myself quickly. So my name's Sarah. I'm Outreach Coordinator for Learning Solutions. So I work alongside Dillon and Vinod. And what I do is I tailor every step of the student journey, and I help you along those steps. So it begins with your inquiry, and I can help find the right university for you, personal statement, application, and accepting offers. And I can also help with the visa sort of side of it. And on that note, I'm going to introduce our two other speakers, Raj, Alan, and Dusty, and they're going to talk a little bit about what they do. So I think, Raj?
Hi, Sarah. Dillon, would you be able to enable my video, please? Right, thank you very much. Thanks for that. Thanks for the introduction, Sarah. Let me just share my screen. Perfect. Hi, everyone. My name is Raj Alam. I'm the Senior Recruitment Manager for the University of Law. Thank you very much for joining us today. And thank you to FLS for organizing this event. Very excited to be partnering with you. I'll just take you through, I'll start with a brief introduction to the University of Law itself. We are the UK's largest law school and one of the longest established law schools as well. We've been around for around 200 years. We offer a wide range of law and business undergrad and postgrad courses here in the UK. We have multiple locations, which we will touch on that in a short while. We've been named the best university in England for overall student satisfaction in the most recent student survey. So that's a fantastic way to, that's one of the assessments I'm sure you will be looking for in a university that you'll be applying for. We have over 71,000 alumni coming from 103 countries. So that will give you a lot of networking opportunities. For us, from the beginning, employability is a #1 priority. We are not a research-focused institution. We are a very practice-based, practice-focused institution. So when you join the University of Law, you will get the access to our award-winning employability service. So there are lots of components which go into the employability service. So, for example, for our business school students, there are a lot of opportunities that you can get involved while you're studying with us. And for law students, there are lots of opportunities to gain practical experience while you're studying with us as well. And we are the only institution in the UK which offers a free master's. So what that means is this is exclusively for our business school students. So on successful completion of an undergrad business degree, our students can progress onto a business master's with us for free. So where are we located? We have multiple locations in the UK. Again, another unique thing about the University of Law, we have two central London campuses in London Bloomsbury and London Moorgate. London Bloomsbury doesn't need any introduction. It's a really heart of the city. That's where UCL, SOAS, all these universities have campuses. So it's really student-centric location. And Moorgate is very close to bank, very professional, very a lot of law and financial services companies have their headquarters there. But apart from this, we also have a campus in Birmingham, Bristol, Chester, Guildford, Leeds, Manchester, and Nottingham. And apart from this, we also have an international campus in Hong Kong. We have partnerships with other universities in the UK, including Russell Group universities, such as University of Exeter, University of Liverpool, University of Reading, where we offer certain law courses as well. I just want to touch base on, these are the few business undergrad courses that we offer. As you can see, our undergrad courses are designed keeping employability in perspective. So most of the business courses are accredited by CMI, Chartered Management Institute, and we worked with a lot of companies to integrate some of their practices into the curriculum. So if you look at one of our courses that I get to touch base on, international business, which comes with as part of the course, you can get a 1-year international work experience. In the final year, you can go to one of our partners and work and gain a 1 year work experience before you graduate. Again, for all the business undergrad students, we offer the opportunity to go on a leadership summer school in Berlin after completion of your second year. So that's another great experience, great way to build that sort of get those skills into your CV. All the business courses are run on a small sizes, so that you are actually, you have that one-on-one sort of attention and the guidance from the lecturers, and you gain that skills which are critical for your workplace. Obviously, in the UK, most of the undergrad courses are 3 years courses. But we also have an option of adding a foundation year if you're not able to meet the direct entry criteria for the 3-year program. And coming to the postgrad, this is the list of, these are the various courses that we offer. As you can see, it's a wide range of specializations that we offer, from strategic business management to project management, digital sales and management, digital marketing. So you can see there is a lot of, even in the undergrad courses as well, there's a lot of digital skills, which are, with emphasis on digital courses. So as you can see, this is the future of work. Again, as I said, most of our courses are recognized by CMI. So you will get a CMI certification at the end of the course. most of the courses, especially at the postgrad level, you have the option of getting a work placement as well. So all the postgrad courses are 12-month duration, but these courses which are highlighted on this slide, they have the optional work placement as well. So once you join the course, you can work with our employability service and apply for a work placement. And most of the, again, this is another advantage of having multiple locations is we encourage our students to take the global rotation, or go around the different locations and get that experience of studying the same course but from a different location. So that's, which is again, a lot of our students love that option. And then there's a few courses we also offer the option of campus switch. So you can start a course from one campus and finish the course from a different campus. Again, as you can see, there's a lot of, especially at the postgrad level, we worked with companies like Amazon, Salesforce, IBM to create the content. So for example, for MSc Project Management, there are lots of aspects about Amazon's supply chain management, IBM's design thinking. So you will actually get this badge, which is shown on the slide at the end of the course as well. So that's the IBM design thinking co-creator badge. So yeah, so that's the our MBA, again, one of the really unique programs. All the postgrad programs do not require any work experience, but for MBA leadership, we do need minimum of 5 years of managerial experience. Under the law school, these are the various programs that we offer. So we offer, obviously, we are the University of Law, so we have the largest LLB cohort here in the UK. So we offer a lot of specializations with business, LLB with business. It's law and business is a fantastic combination. So we've introduced a lot of courses, as you can see, even in the business undergrad courses, we have a business management with law. So because law and business, they go hand in hand. They keep law keeps in check with what business is doing, and businesses gets the business done. So gets the success to the business. So they have to work together, and especially we also have criminology, government and politics, BSc professional policing. Again, if you're looking to join police force or looking to build a career in that, in the policing side of things, that's a fantastic course to start your career with. And at the postgrad level, from the law school, we offer two types of programs. One is obviously, as you can see on the slide, the right-hand side are the professional courses, which are the mandatory courses if you're looking to practice here in the UK. Or that is if you want to become a solicitor or a barrister, you'll have to go through a legal practice course or bar practice course or SQE examinations. And on the left-hand side, you can see all the LLMs, which are the academic masters. Again, as you can see, it's a wide range of choices that we offer, from company law to human rights, very contrast, but it's really, these are all very popular specializations, international arbitration, ADR, and we also offer a very unique program called MSc Legal Technology. Again, it's like law and business, legal side of things and technology, they also go hand in hand. They keep in legal law keeps a check on the technology, and so that's again gaining a lot of popularity, and there's a lot of demand for that course. Just to touch base on the entry criteria quickly, all this information is there on the website, so you can get that information. Our website is law.ac.uk, but just to summarize, we need BBC at A levels for our undergrad business courses, and we need 3 Bs for our LLBs. And we do need IELTS of 6 average for business undergrad, with no component less than 5.5. However, for law, we need 6.5, not less than 6. We do accept other English tests, which I will just touch base in the next slide. For postgrad courses, we need 2.2 as a minimum for both law and business courses. However, and we need 6.5 IELTS, not less than 6 for all 4 bands. However, for the business programs, we need 6.5, not less than 5.5 in all the 4 bands. Again, just a quick gist of what it would cost you to study at the University of Law. Again, this information is available on the website. I'll just pick a couple of examples. Like, for example, if you're looking to come to us to study at LLM, the tuition fees is £12,360, and every international student will be qualified to get an international bursary. So we have £2,200 international bursary approved for this year. So your net fee will be about £10,000. And for business courses, for business masters and business, for business masters, it is, for example, if you're talking about project management, that would cost you £14,000, and we offer £3,000 scholarships. So the net fee will be £11,000. And for undergrad business, the tuition fees is £14,000, and you will get a £3,000 scholarship. We also have an early bird discount. So it's sort of if you're able to get your application in, receive an unconditional offer, and if you make your deposit, the cash deposit of £3,000 before these deadlines which were mentioned. So for example, if you're looking to apply for September, and if you're able to confirm your place and make the deposit before 31st of May, you will qualify for an additional £500 bursary. All the courses that we've talked about, most of the courses we do offer online as well. We've been offering online courses for more than a decade, even before, way before the pandemic hit. So we are really experienced in delivering online programs. So these are, again, very popular for us. So if you're looking to join the online version of the program, this will be the tuition fee. Again, all this information is there on the website as well, and I'll be happy to share this information through FLS. So these are the alternate English tests that we accept. So apart from IELTS, we do accept Pearson, PTE, Trinity, ISE. It just depending on where you are coming from, where you are based at the moment. Some exams are easier or more popular to take in your home country than the others. So that's why we offer a wide range of possibilities. So we do accept, there are, it's a combination of both written, like on paper exams, like where you have to go to a center, versus there are also some tests which you can do online. So for example, TOEFL home edition IBT or language cert, or IELTS indicator, that's also an online version of IELTS. But we do also accept IGCSE. So if you have done IGCSE, then you do not have to take IELTS. Similarly, if you have done WIAC from Nigeria, and if it is not more than 7 years old, you do not have to take, you just have to pass the internal speaking assessment. This is my email ID, raj.alam@law.ac.uk. So it's really difficult to speak about a specific course or a specific context here. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop me a line, and I'll be very happy to discuss your future options with you. So with that, thank you very much. Back to Sarah.
Thank you, Raj. That was very comprehensive. We have a few questions in the chat. There's a question here that asks about how effective is a master's degree with the University of Law? So where can that take you? What opportunities can that provide?
Sure, I'll just take the slide back to the, I'm assuming the question was about business programs, or you can just let me know if it is not about business programs. But I think most of the things, there are a lot of similarities because, first of all, overall, University of Law, from the beginning, we've focused on the industry network. So we work with 90 of the top 100 law firms here in the UK. We work with multinational companies, including the big 4 consultancy firms. So we've always, 95% of our teaching faculty, they are actually working professionals. So that's a big difference. That's a massive difference between the University of Law and the other universities. So that brings a lot of practical aspects into the course itself. So there's more practice based. So someone is teaching the course where it's just not theoretically. They implement those strategies or tactics in their day-to-day life. So they bring in their real lifetime experience. Again, as I said, there are lots of opportunities that we encourage students to take so that they can enhance their whether that is international exposure or their practical skills that are critical in the job force. So again, getting an additional badge like a recognition like IBM Design Thinking badge or Chartered Management Institute certification, that's really helpful when they graduate from the University of Law and go into the full-time employment. Hope that answers.
Yeah, thank you, Raj.
No problem.
I have one more question. So are IELTS mandatory for your courses?
Yes, I'm afraid it is mandatory. Or IELTS or any of the tests that we spoke about, they are mandatory because it's. I know there is a lot of some universities do IELTS waivers, but we've always went against that. So we do require students to take either IELTS or one of these tests. And that's very, that's something that we always thought, it's an integral part of an application process.
Okay, thank you for that. We have a lot of questions coming in the chat, and we'll get as many as we get to as many as we can at the end. Thank you for all your questions coming in. Next, we're going to speak to Dusty from VFS.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Dusty. Is your presentation? There we go.
It is. I'm just about to bring it up. Can you see that clearly?
Yeah, that's all good.
Great. Well, look, Sarah, to you and to colleagues at FLS, thank you very much for inviting me to speak on behalf of Vasco and VFS. Let me just say a few words of introduction about myself. I am operating officer within VFS Global now for about 3.5 years, where I have principal responsibility for the education services across the world on behalf of the company. And all of that effort is focused on the people that are watching this webinar today and who are working to aspire to come to the UK to study with FLS's support. So we are in the business very much of making that transition more than just an ambition for you. And before I came to VFS, I was the Deputy Vice Chancellor at a very large university in London, where we had a significant number of international students who'd already come on that journey. Why Vasco and VFS are in this game is self-evident, I think, from these couple of slides I'm about to show you. All of our clients are governments, and on behalf of those governments, we process all of their visa applications. So anyone coming to study here in the United Kingdom, which is on that list, or indeed most English-speaking countries, America, Canada, and the like, we provide a visa support service. So we've got teams of experts, and I've got a team of real experts in the education domain who genuinely know every single nook and cranny of a student visa application. We process about 7.5 million visa applications every month. So we should and necessarily are experts in what we do. And although this is quite a tight picture of the world, every one of those little red dots, and there's over 3,000 of them across the globe, represents an office. So when you come to ask yourself the question, where are we in the world and where might we go to get support from VFS or Vasco? And Vasco is a subsidiary company of VFS. We're the part of the VFS group of companies that look after and manage our value-added services and the services that we provide particularly to students. We are distributed literally all over the world. I want to say a quick word, not as an advert for VFS or Vasco, but as an advert for the entire international education community that's looking to reopen its business after the COVID outbreak we've all been through. And if you ever want to know more about how your travel plans might be interrupted by COVID and the difficulty with applying for a visa, please go onto the VFS Global website, find your way to the tab at the top of the page, which is the Global Customer Advisory on COVID-19. And then at the bottom of the screen, simply tap where you're applying from to study and where you wish to go to study, and all of the information about the availability, the opening hours of our offices, embassies, high commissions and consulates will be shared with you. So please keep an eye on that, because there are some locations, Germany is a good example, if you're looking to study in Germany, which it's quite difficult at the moment to get an application for your visa through the system. So with that behind us, let me just explain the top key reasons really why we are reaching out to you. The first thing to say, and you may or may not have any experience of this directly yourself, is that for a great many students, completing a visa application for international study can be both complicated and can take a lot of your time. And the complications need to be ironed out, because what you don't want, the last thing you want, is to submit a visa application which is refused, because the very fact you've had a refusal from any country is likely to impact negatively on you submitting a follow-up application. So we want to take that burden from you. We want to do all of the work for you. And exactly as you heard Dillon describing and Vinod in their introductions, when they said that our role for you is to completely take away the burden of applying for your application to go to a university, our role is very much a parallel of that and mirrors that function, and we will take the burden from you when it comes to your visa application. But then that third point is no less important. And again, I was delighted that Dillon mentioned this when he was speaking, that we are working with a wide range of partners who are ready to assist you with a whole range of wider services, which will make your transition and arrival in the UK so much more comfortable. So we're working with people who, yes, in our core team will provide you with all the work you need on visa support, and I'll say more about that in a moment. But we also have, as Raj was saying, we have the ability to assist you with English language testing, with your accommodation needs. If you're looking for a place to live which isn't in university premises, but you want to live in a private flat or in a house with other students, we have partners to help you with that, with banking, as Dillon said, and also with graduate job placement and internship services. And actually there's a further branch of the tree, which Dillon also talked about, which is the virtual doctor service, the GP service, where we can actually arrange for you to see a GP 24 hours a day, if you're not well at any time, day or night, and that GP will see you within 1 hour of you asking for an appointment. So we hope that by delivering language, accommodation, visa, health, banking, that we really are giving you the very best holistic support that we can between Vasco and FLS. And in every way, we're looking to your key requirements for that very important decision you've taken. I'm not going to read everything that's on your screen at the moment, but what I would highlight probably are the documents and the processes in the middle blue row there, because we really do have to look at every single document that we process for you in quite some considerable detail. So whether it's identity documents, qualifications, language, it's not just your financial capacity in terms of the statements that you produce for us, the bank statement, but we've got to check the amount of the statement. We've got to check how old the statement is. If the statement is utilizing funds which are in the name of your mother or father, or both of them, then we have to get letters of authority from your parents to grant you the access and use. And there's a particular format for laying out those letters. When it comes to your health checks, if you're coming from certain parts of the world where you've got to have TB checks, we need to make sure that you're not going to clinics which aren't recognized for giving assistance to those kinds of checks. So we really do take from you all of the documentation. We will confer with you in whatever medium is best suited to you, whether it's by email, by WhatsApp, by any social platform which we can use with you. And within 2 to 3 business days of receiving everything and having checked it all for its accuracy and sufficiency, the outcome is that we will provide you with a completely finalized visa application. All you will need to do is to receive the PDF from us, print it, sign it, and submit it. That's it. All of that effort, all of that detailed knowledge and expertise that you would have otherwise had to have slaved over will be done for you and delivered by One Vasco, working in partnership with FLS. So a really, really important part of the support that we will be offering you, our core service, is this student visa support. And I would also add, by the way, that if your mothers and fathers, or you've got siblings who want to travel with you for the first time when you're coming to the UK, if they need assistance with their visa applications, which can be almost as complicated as your own student application, again, we will provide that assistance for you without any hesitation whatsoever. So I'm not going to spend a huge amount of time talking again about all of our other services, but I want you to please to take note of what they are, so that as you come about needing each one of those services, right through until the graduate job placement and internship services we provide with Student Circus, then you have the ability to approach FLS and to make that request directly of them. And I would say about working with FLS and about Student Circus, that one of the most important reasons for bringing this partnership of experts together is because you're coming to study for a reason. One of your questions earlier was, if I do a law degree at the University of Law, what does that mean for me? How do I convert that into a future career? Well, that is exactly why Student Circus is there. I've been working with this company now since it was founded. I was part of the founding team, and it provides you with absolutely the perfect stepping stone to leave your university in the UK, having got a good degree, and to step straight in to a high quality, well-paid, graduate level degree holding job. And I really do commend that service to you. Remind you again, wherever you are joining this webinar from, if you can see a red dot on the screen, which is within a million miles of you, there will be someone from Vasco close to your hometown or city that can reach you, and you can reach us. But please always remember that whether or not we're close to you or far away from you, our service is 100% conducted through electronic platforms and will never require you actually to come into our office to see us necessarily to deliver the core visa service. You will, of course, need to submit your application, and that's why we have such a wide range of locations across the world. You already know how to contact the FLS team. My visa education team can always be reached on the number you've got on the screen there, but do please come through us through the FLS team, so that they know that you are seeking and taking our help, so that we can contain and keep control of a truly integrated picture of how we're looking after your very best interests in your journey to the UK to study. And if I don't get another chance to speak to you and you do begin those studies, can I just finish by wishing you all the very best for your future, for your studies in the UK. You could not pick a better country to be studying in, and you couldn't pick a better company than FLS to be helping you to come here to find that place to study. Sarah, thank you very much for the opportunity to talk today on your webinar.
Thank you very much, Dusty. I have a couple questions in the chat. So we have one that is, can I have help when I transition to a tier 2 degree after tier 2 after my degree, sorry?
The short answer is yes, you can. The good news is that the companies that offer you jobs as a tier 2 visa holder have an obligation also to look after you, to help you with that website. As and when you become part of that community, you will find that there's a lot of information and active support and assistance on Student Circus itself to give you that help to transition between tier 4 and tier 2. It's a well-trodden path.
Thank you for that. We also have another question, is that do you access these services through FLS?
Yes, so if you've made a note of these services, whether they're the careers, education, banking, accommodation or health, whichever of those you need at any time you need it, please contact Dillon or any member of the FLS team, and they will point you in the right direction straight away to help you access those services. And can I just say, as an addendum, which the point I've already made, even the visa support as well, which we will be giving you, please do it through FLS, because it is important that they understand the full picture of assistance being given to you as a student, because you are, after all, under their overall umbrella of care.
Thank you for that, Dusty. That was very comprehensive. Cheers.
Okay.
So I'd like to thank all of our panelists today. Thank you specifically to Raj for your specific advice on the courses at the University of Law, and Dusty on the visa and compliance checks. As I think we've covered quite a lot, but I think it's pretty clear that Forward Learning Solutions and our partnerships with both the Universities of Law and VFS provides a very comprehensive, tailored concierge service, right from inquiry to personal statement to postgraduate work. I think we have a few questions. Oh, just quickly, while I'm still here, I can give you here is all of our emails. This is our contact information, and you're welcome to contact us either via these emails or online. We have a inquiry booking form that is on our website. I think we're now going to go to a few questions. So we have a question for you, Raj, and it's, how are you able to ensure value if the master's is free?
Hi, Sarah. Sorry about that. Yeah. All right. That's. I'm not sure if I understand the actual question, but if I may say, I think it's the first of all, the masters is not free for everyone. So we have a full cohort of masters programs, as I said, a wide range of masters courses that we offer, where students come and pay to study with us. However, this is an additional, there's an extra benefit that we offer to our current undergrad students. So students who are actually graduating with an undergrad degree with University of Law Business School will have the chance to progress to a master's free of cost. So it's not like they will be joining the proper full-time cohort of other masters. So this just towards the aim of this is this is extending our support to undergrad students to go all the way into the workforce. And again, as I said, part of the presentation, employability is #1 priority for us. So this is, and as we are seeing in today's world, I think the job opportunities will increase if the students can progress onto a master's. So that's another way of giving that support, additional support. If the students would like and if they need, they can do the master's as well, so that they can get more specialization in that area.
Thank you, Raj. Thank you. Can I ask all of our panelists actually to turn their videos on? Thank you. So we have a few more. Questions. I think this one would be for you, Vinod. Is IELTS mandatory for the UK VI visa? Even if the university doesn't need it, is the question. Oh, sorry, Dusty, I think you've got a hand up.
Yeah, I can probably help you on that. IELTS is not mandatory as IELTS. So the UK government actually delegates to universities the authority to say whether a student coming to study there has got the requisite level of English language, both reading, writing, speaking, and listening. And it is totally up to the university to agree that a student meets a particular standard of English. And that university, as Raj has already told us, can apply any range of tests And that's why many universities do accept a wide range of testing, including IELTS, but also Pearson and TOEFL and many other local English tests. So this is not a government restriction or regulation. This is the government saying to universities, you must make the decision as to whether people meet the standard of English to study at your institution. And you can set that standard at whatever level you think is appropriate.
Thank you. So I also have a question here is how do I use FLS services? So Dillon, I think we'll go to you for that one.
Yeah, I'll take that one. The easiest way to take our services, to use our services and to take full advantage of what we offer is to simply send us a message. So the email address, as we've kind of put on screen before, is info@forwardlearningsolutions.com. And from there, it's really simple for us to progress with your application, to help you with your student journey, to give you access to the events that we run, to give you access to the courses and universities we work with, and everything else from there, which Dusty and I have mentioned before. I will add the easiest way to do it, as I've said, is to email us, and we will get back to you within a couple of days' time. And we will make sure that you have a personalized service. We'll talk through your academic history, through what your aspirations are going forward. If you want to work in banking, if you want to work in healthcare, if you want to be a doctor, for example, we will take that into consideration and work with you to help you achieve those goals through a degree.
Perfect, thank you. And there's another question here is how does FLS ensure compliance with UK regulations? I think, Vinod, would you like to talk to that?
Hi, yes, I can take that one. So firstly, from my background, of course, with a number of years in compliance, we want to make sure that everything is done above board, straight. And that is one of the reasons why we are linked with VFS Global and Dusty and his team, because we want to make sure that when it comes to visa support, we want to make sure that current legislation is followed. And therefore, nobody else is more professional suited than VFS on that support level.
Perfect, thank you. Dillon, I have a question that I think would be for you. How are services priced?
Right, okay, that's an interesting one. Thank you, Sarah. So with FLS, there are a couple of different ways you can go. If you just want us to make an application for you and take out our visa support service in conjunction with VFS and Vasco, we'll do the entire system for you, check your personal statement, make an application for you, do the visa application, make sure you're settled in nice and comfortably for $360 US. And all of this information is on our website. Now, there are different plans. If you go for a slightly higher plan, a standard plan, we call it, we'll guarantee you an offer at one of the universities that we think you should apply for. So that means, say you're applying for engineering or something, or if you're applying for business, you'll apply for 5 universities with us, and we'll guarantee at least one of them will give you an offer. So you've always got an option available to you. In terms of medical care, in terms of our student ambassadors, in terms of the academics and all of the other offerings we've mentioned, there is a plan specifically for those things. All of the information can be seen on our website and on our brochure. And I will touch on briefly, the medical insurance is mandatory under the NHS, right? As you come into the UK, you need to pay an NHS surcharge to make sure that if anything happens, you can get an ambulance or something like that, and there are no issues. Past that, what we were talking about before, the VDoc service, that specifically is free for the first year on any of our plans. On one of our, yes, on all of our plans. And then for the second year onwards, you'd have to pay a small amount to ensure that will keep ticking over. And I will say from personal experience, it's a great investment to make sure that you've got someone there if you need it to speak to, if you feel ill or anything like that. And I'm sure Dusty might even want to speak on that. Thank you.
I think it is an outstanding safety net. the student surcharge, the immigration health surcharge that Dillon spoke about, is not does not pay for you to have treatment. So if you wake up one morning feeling really bad or with tummy ache or headache or whatever, and you just want to go and see your doctor, that surcharge you pay does not cover that sort of thing. So, and by the way, that surcharge has recently gone up to £489 per year. So every student coming to the UK, if they're going to be in the UK, as Dillon says, more than 6 months, has to pay that surcharge. Whereas for a very, very small additional fee, what we're effectively offering through the VDoc service is immediate access day and night, every day of the year, to a general practitioner. Even when you've gone home to your home country and you wake up feeling unwell, you still can pick up your phone and have access to your GP in London, who will either take you through a half-an-hour consultation on the telephone or on video, depending on what your preference is. So very versatile. And in some cases, the GP can also provide that service in Chinese and Arabic and Hindi. So yeah, a huge value add for anyone coming away for the first time from home, living overseas. Thanks, Dillon.
Thank you. Thank you, Dusty. I think, first off, I just want to say again, thank you to all of our panelists. All of your advice is really comprehensive. That's very kind of you. I'd like to say to everyone that's watching this live that if you have any questions, email us at info@forwardlearningsolutions.com. I can put that up on my screen in a second. And a consultant will be in touch with you very soon. Thank you again to all of our panelists. And I think we'll call that the end. Cheers.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you,
Sarah. Thank you, FLS.